Clemens Homebrew coming at you with a beer review. It's 91. It's a little cooler today. It's been warm. It's going to cool back down to normal temps in the 80s this coming week, I understand. I'm looking forward to it because tomorrow's going to be 98. Not excited about that. All right, here we go. We're going off with Perennial Artisan Ales. I've heard a lot about them. I think I've had a few beers on tasters, group things. This is out of St. Louis, Missouri. That's where they come from. And this is the Prism. Now, they make a few Prisms, a few different varietals. This one is the Saison dry hopped with Amarillo and Wakatu. That's right, Wakatu. I love saying that. Wakatu is a New Zealand hop. Its parenting was 2/3 Hallertau middle fruit. I can never say that. But and then I don't know what else they put into that. But the aroma characteristics are supposed to be floral and a freshly zested lime. So that sounds really interesting. And I love Saisons. That's perfect for a warm day. So let's get this one cracked open and give it a try. Woo, popped this and it started foaming on me. Just a little. So it's either the temps or no. Look at that. This came right out of the fridge. Look at that head. So this thing is, I'm getting wet. I needed to cool down. Wow, that's a 4-finger head. 3-finger with most hands. Mine are a little small, but look at that. That is bright yellow, weedy, someplace in there. Oh, all right. Let's try to get a nose through this massive head. Okay. It's going to be one of those kind of Saisons. I hear you now. And look at these bubbles. A lot of them are pretty big, actually. This is not little fine bubbles. These are big old bubbles. When I say one of those Saisons, what I'm saying is I think of Belgian Saisons. They usually have a lot of that nice Belgian yeasty character, and you get the cloven things. And I'm not saying that's not there. But this I picked up right away. Had a little bit of that like hay grass kind of a quality. So which means it's going to have a little bit of that hay grass funk, more like a farmhouse ale as opposed to what I think of as a Saison. Now, classically here in Oregon, I should say, a lot of time when they Saison, they really mean a farmhouse ale, not what I call a true Saison. And I get more of a lemon and a lime type quality on it, but I do get those nice esters coming off of that Saison yeast. You do get like that little bit of like clovey ester, a little bit of that like a bubble gum type quality. I dig on that. A hint of some like clove type character you've got, but you get just a hint of that hay grass funky. It's not strong, but it's there, but you still get this beautiful sweetness on it as well. Oh yeah, that smells so good to me right now. There's just that light sweetness, it's almost like I got a wheat character. I don't know that there's wheat in it, but it has that kind of thing, and I think that's that hay grass kind of quality coming through. It's more on that level. There could be like a hint of a caramel, very light, like a light caramel, not much of it. It's more, but it's not true wheat, but it's probably pale malts, but there could be some wheat. I'm just wondering. I can't say for sure. But you do get a little bit of the characteristic of the Amarillo coming in. Amarillo will bring in citrus qualities. More typically brings in orange. There's a hint of that, but I get more of that lemon, maybe the tinge of the lime zest that they talk about. That's all there. It's kind of fun. I'll see what else I get off of. Maybe a hint of some banana type quality too, but very lightly so. We're going to jump on in. Cheers. All right, the first thing I want to say is that is just refreshing. Man, I'm in the shade, which is nice. That just went down so beautiful, cooled me down. It's very effervescent. It's got this really bright, clean taste to it, which is fun. But you're still picking up, just as I said before, a little bit of that hay grass quality, just lightly. It's not like a big barn type quality, but it's lightly there, it's grassy. Hay grassy, it's got that bubble gum, it's got a hint of that clove on there, it's got maybe an essence of that banana in there like I talked about. You're getting some of the citrus. The citrus is interesting. It's hard to nail down. And I'm sure that's between Amarillo with the orange and then that Wakatu, more on the lemon side for me, but a hint of the lime. Even less of the orange though from the Amarillo. I get more, I think, of what would be the Wakatu type character. And then mostly that spicy quality and some of the herbal that probably comes from the Wakatu too. We know that if it's a Hallertau, that means it comes from noble hops, and you're going to get some earthy qualities, definitely. Now, this is a 6.2% ABV beer. And once again, you would not know it because it feels so light on the tongue. It's fights between being a low and medium in body, easy drinking, really refreshing. This is a perfect beer for a warm summer day. Light floral notes are coming through as well. This is just a tasty beer. I'm going to take a little time with this and we'll come back with some numbers. Saisons are such a fun style if you ask me. I mean, this is really what I call classic to Saison in the sense that it's 6.2% ABV first of all. And there's a lot going on. I mean, you know, historically your Saisons were low ABV, probably 4.5%, right? They were beers that were made for the French and Belgian field workers and such on those hot summer days to cool them off. They could have it, that wouldn't get them intoxicated, and they could go back to work. That was basically the original concept back when they made these beers. They were light, they were refreshing. You kept your workers in a good mood. It's kind of like giving grog to a pirate or something, you know? And but we've taken Saisons to another level. We've added all kinds of things, and we add fruits in and whatever, and we've really made them zesty and big or fruity or whatever. And it's kind of fun. It's a fun style. It's become just a unique summer style with a Saison yeast, that Belgian or French Saison. And it's just a beautiful thing. Now you see it's gone the other way. I don't know where it started, but I first saw it in the US, where you went into the farmhouse styles, where you started bringing that haygrass, barnyard type qualities. This honestly is more that style. This is not what I call a true Saison. And a lot of people will call farmhouse ale Saisons, or interchange, they use them interchangeably, those words. But it's a really tasty one. It's a unique take on it. I'm digging on it. I'm gonna give it, in terms of Saisons, a 91. So where do I go in terms of overall ratings? It's a really good beer. It's a really good drinking beer. It's not world class, not quite an excellent, but I mean, it's pretty high and that very good. I'm giving this an 88. All right, here it is again. It is the Prism, the version being Saison dry hopped with Amarillo and Wakatu from Perennial Ales out of St. Louis, Missouri. This is a wonderful beer. This is Kevin Clemens Helmbrew saying, life's too short to drink cheap beer. And I'll see you in the next beer review.